Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Let's Debrief podcast. I'm Jenna.
I'm Ashley. Happy Wednesday. So glad you're here and spending your Wednesday morning with us because, of course, you're listening ASAP.
My friend Emma always texts me and is like, it's literally Wednesday at 9 a.m. She's like, here's what I thought of the episode.
You're like, oh.
I'm like, thank you so much.
You had 9 hours to listen to this, and that's plenty of time.
Yeah.
I don't know why we're not getting a bunch of time. I don't know why it's not. I wake up on Wednesday morning and it's like 100 listens.
You should wake up at midnight and listen.
Yeah.
Just
it premieres on YouTube. It does like a whole little countdown thing. Everyone should be watching. Yeah.
That's so cute.
I know, it is cute. What flavor is your coffee this morning?
Maple.
Is that what mine is?
Yeah.
Nice.
We're recording in the early hours of the morning.
Literally 8 a.m.
That's why we look like sleepy girls.
Yeah, Monty came and gave me a wake-up call about 20 minutes ago.
She gave me a wake-up call about 2 hours ago.
You're like, so stop complaining. You're fine.
Should we share about
what
our husbands have been doing? Just like
should we ask them if like they care or no?
I mean, we don't have to say that much about it. But
okay.
They have been, let's just say they've been working on a project.
They've been cooking. They've been working in the dark.
It was a very extensive project. It's video related. And they basically, our house and everything has been ripped apart for like the past 2 days. And there has been a bunch of scenes going on.
People coming in and out.
People coming in and out with their shoes on.
Money everywhere.
Money everywhere. Truly.
So you'll just have to wait to sign.
Fires being burned illegally.
I was Peter and I doing drops in the middle of the night.
A bear. Oh wait, let's talk about the bear. Okay.
This is a huge life update for me. So when we started the podcast last year, we had recorded one of our like first or second episodes, and then I went home and on the way home we hit the deer. I feel like I told that in a whole episode.
You took a whole episode to tell the deer.
Like Ashley tells her story.
Crying.
Totaled our car, everything. We got a new car in February and we love it.
Also, I feel like you should add in that like hitting a deer is always your biggest fear. Like
yes.
You were traumatized.
It was so funny because we were talking about this yesterday. Like, while it's like I've lived in Pennsylvania for a while, like even though like I lived the first like 16 years of my life in California, I'm like, those are like the most formative years of your life, it feels like. And so I have different fears than everybody else in this house because they were raised here. And like, It's very normal. You grew up knowing to look out for deer and like how to stop and like handle a deer or whatever. So I was always very nervous of it. And then for it to happen and total my car, I was like devastated. It was just very jarring. And then also we were on the side of the road in the middle of the night. There was just a lot of things.
That one was really late.
Yes. Like I think we left your house at like 12:30. Yeah. So then it was like 1:30 on the side of the road and waiting for Peter to come pick us up. It was just awful. I hated it. And so of course we're getting to Monty's looking at us. We're getting to that time of year. We're literally like 2 weeks away from like that incident. And we were leaving here the other night after their shoot. And
it was also very late.
It was like 12, and we were like trying to decide if we were gonna stay or not. And Cole was like, I just like really want to sleep in our bed. And I was like, okay, like that's okay. And so we get in the car, we start driving, and Cole's driving, which was how the incident happened last time. But which I'm so thankful every single time now. So we're like 10 minutes away from Jen and Tan's house. And if you know Ligonier, what do you call it? We're going through the hollow.
Hollow, yeah.
Or
also apparently people call it the gorge.
And we're going through there, and it's like, it just very nature-esque, whatever. And of course, this is after all of the spooky episodes that I've listened to as well. So there's a lot of different factors going on. We are driving, and I see this black figure like running like towards us. So like, okay, you have to be watching on video for this to make sense. This is us And this is figure. We're driving like in the right-hand lane, and then all of a sudden from the side, a figure approaches. And I literally am like, oh, dear, like, and I just like, okay, like, slow down. Cole slows down. A black bear is running towards our car. And we're just like, so then the bear like comes alongside of us. Like, thank God it didn't just run directly like into us.
It was smart.
It was smart. And like Cole and like all of like different people that we've talked to afterwards were like, he is like more terrified of you. Like, he is not trying to attack you. He just wants to cross the road. Like,
it's always so funny too, because animals always choose the time to cross the road as when, like, there was probably no one on that road for
nobody
like
behind
hours.
us. Yeah.
And then you come past and he's like, it's my time.
Yeah, I must go. I've reached the top. And so yeah, he like starts running alongside of us for a while. So like, again, so we're at black figure, and I'm just like, oh, slow down. And then we're like going like 30 miles an hour now, and there's just a bear running along the side of us, and Cole like swerves out of the way a little bit. And the bear event, like literally though, like full sprint is like running next to us.
Like and a big dog.
Yeah. Cole has been describing it to people as like the size of an ATV to give like reference. And I just, like in like the doorway where it's like kind of like that triangle is like on cars, like it's before the windshield, but it's like in the middle of your window. Like I saw it in there, full snout and everything. And I was just like, okay, this bear is going to hit our car, like in the like it was literally, the whole ordeal was maybe 10 seconds long, but I was like, our car is totaled, we are going to get seriously injured. Like,
and she was saying too that she was like, afterwards the bear's obviously going to attack us.
Of course, it's going to be pissed that we hit it. And which like again, everyone I've talked to afterwards is like, no, he would have been terrified, he would have ran for the hills, like, which then I was like, oh, sweet buddy. Aww. But I have told the story so many times because it is genuinely one of the most like insane things to happen to me. Like, if it was a deer, I would have been like, oh, that was like really, really scary. Also, like, I don't know if I said this, we didn't hit it whatsoever. I was like fully bracing like for impact, and it just never happened. Like, Cole slowed down a little bit, and then we think the bear like stopped because it got scared and then like went around us. And he like was like slowed down a lot, and then I was like, go. Like, I was like, the bear's gonna come get us.
But if you looked in the rear view and it was sprinting at you?
Like, I just will never forget, like, just seeing, like, again, it was 10 seconds long, but seeing, like, him run, like, from the side. Because, like, the deer incident, it had hopped the median. But this was, like, where we were driving, it was, like, a point where like there was a break in like the median or something, so he almost just ran like a car merging, like, and I just remember seeing him come from the side. I'm just trying to get
where I'm going, lady,
I'm just merging. But the full sprint of him like on like the driver's side door and like that little corner, will never forget it. It was the craziest thing. So I've heard that, if you've heard this story already, because I've told it so many times, because I'm just like, that's insane.
People need to know
my story. But thankfully, we were completely fine. We both just kept yelling, holy shiz, like, just screaming at the top of our lungs. And I probably was like repeating for like 10 minutes, we're okay. And we're okay. Because I just had to keep reassuring myself. I was like, am I okay? But again, we were 10 minutes away from Jen and Tan's house. So we're like 50 minutes left in the drive. Like,
literally. But at least it's like you could have, because the last time when you hit the deer, you were like perfectly halfway.
Yeah.
So it was like you almost like, it wasn't smart for us to come get you again, but it wasn't that convenient either for anyone from Pittsburgh to go get you,
because we had all been hanging out here, and so Peter had left earlier than us. We left like maybe 20 minutes later. We were talking about it when he was here yesterday, and he was like, I was literally like 5 minutes away from my house when you called me. Aww. And I had to turn back around, and I was like, I'm so sorry, but it was crazy. So there is a hard and fast rule in the Zimmerman household where we are not leaving Ligonier after dark now.
You have to sleep over.
I have to sleep over. So yeah, last night when we came here, we were like, well, we're spending the night, and we can record a podcast in the morning. So here we are.
Nice, because we have a day plan next week to record too, but it was going to be like crunch time. So
yeah, it was going to be close to the turnaround, but Yeah. I feel like we haven't been this close in recording in a while, so it's kind of nice.
I know.
Like this is recent events.
Yeah, it is. And it's going to come out soon, like within
next
the
Wednesday.
next week. Yeah. So that's fun.
So that is my biggest life update. I will never have a cooler story. I peaked.
I will never do
at
anything
24.
cooler in my life. It is so interesting, like just what we've been talking about, like how you have different fears from living in California, because my like parents used to, well, they still do. First of all, they love birds, so they have a bunch of bird feeders out, which bears are always coming to eat the bird food.
That's crazy.
Like when I was a kid, it was like almost just known that a bear would just be on our front porch like most days.
Which your front porch is interesting. Is it like the garage?
No.
Do you have like a main door?
The garage is like where we would normally come in, but like the deck, there would always be bears up there. They would climb up the steps and go in the deck. But then, you know, like the other side of the house, there's that tiny porch.
Okay, I think
It's like
is it next to the dining room?
Yes.
Okay.
That also was where they kept the cat food. And the bears also love the cat food. So there's always
And
bears.
you were never terrified because it was just so common.
It was just normal, yeah.
Yeah.
But
was your mom, like, would your parents ever get nervous? Or they're like, oh, look at the
no,
bear.
they would video it. They always would video it. They
Yeah.
loved it. They're like,
I want
the
Deb to
bears.
send me
But also, if you
videos.
think about it, whenever you, like, if you think about us now, like, if we built a house in the middle of nowhere and then you had bears, you would think it was awesome. You'd be like, wow. I mean, I would.
I just feel like they're so smart sometimes that I'm like, you're going to get into my house. Like, and that's what one
fair.
of our friends, and I was so excited to tell her the story because obviously there was no harm caused, but our friend Joey is such a animal lover. And so when I said it was a bear, she was like, no way. Like, that's such a cool story. And I was like, yeah. Like, I was like, it's cool. And she was like, you are so close to a bear. And I was like, too close. Like, I was nervous. And she was like, that's an experience of a lifetime. And Tanner was still awake, like, when it happened. And so I called him. And, like, last time when it happened, when we hit the deer, we called Tanner and we're like, I was screaming and everything. But I called Tanner and I was like, we didn't hit anything. We are okay. But you'll never believe what just happened.
You'll never believe the bear.
But
you know what? It would be really scary, though. Like, I feel like in PA, obviously, black bears are just like, oh, black bear. But, like, if I lived out west and there was a possibility of grizzlies, that would be terrifying. We saw grizzlies the last time we were in Montana. And, like, they were...
like on a hike or, like, as you were driving?
Okay,
it's all
so
about the moment.
It's all about the moment. So we saw moose when we were on a hike, which actually really scared me because I was like, "There's no."
They're huge. Oh yeah, there's no spray for them.
Yeah, but there's also just like if they come to hurt you, which I don't think they're like violent. I'm not sure actually, but I'm like, there's no escape because I'm just on foot. The perfect scenario to see like a cool animal is when you're in your car.
Yeah.
Which we saw the grizzlies, like we pulled over and there was like people there with binoculars and the grizzlies were like up on a hill.
Okay. That's
so
ideal
that was
for me.
nice. But then also when we were driving that same day back down the mountain, we saw like 3 baby grizzlies and they were like climbing up like a little rock. And that is just the perfect scenario for animal viewing.
I don't know if you've seen this before. I feel like I've followed people on Instagram that have actually done it. And then like I've seen stuff on TikTok, but there is like an island in Alaska that's like a national park but it's like a grizzly, like I think it is grizzlies. And like you go to like, it's a whole excursion. You go to bear school and like learn how to interact with them. But then it's like just on a beach and like the bears are walking around and like they'll leave you alone.
Oh my God. I would love that.
It would be so cool. Like obviously with all of like those experts and everything, but like the one family that I follow that did it, like the daughter is a photographer and took the most insane photos.
I would love to see the grizzlies getting the salmon.
Yeah, they do. Okay, I'll have to send you some TikToks because
I
it's
would
so
love to do
cute.
That would be a really, really cool thing to do with your kids.
Yeah.
When they're like a little older.
Yeah. See, it's like nature school.
That is really cool, honestly.
I want to go to Alaska.
I really do too. We were going to go like 2 summers ago. We really wanted to take my dad because he loves Alaska survival shows. He loves to watch like the backcountry Alaska, where these people literally live in like a bunker and like hunt all their own food. And there will always be like an episode where someone's going to give birth and they have to like fly a helicopter in and stuff. But he loves those shows. And we were like, let's go to Alaska. Like, we want to take you there. And he was like, nope.
Really? I didn't remember that he said no.
Well, he didn't want to go on the plane. And he was like, I don't understand the plane. I don't want to fly that far. He's like, I don't want to like have to get the rental car. And we were like, we'll like do it for you. Like,
we're your travel agents.
We will book everything. Like, we'll walk you through it. Cause I think he's maybe only flown one time ever.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy. So they always just do like road trips.
And it was Spirit to Florida from Latrobe. So a 45-minute flight.
Yeah.
No, but they've driven across the country many times. And
yeah.
now they're
I feel like you guys always did like road trips like as kids.
Yeah. Now they're planning another trip to drive. Well, my mom is like begging my dad to fly, like, and then get a rental car, but they want to drive and do like Canada stuff.
Ooh.
Canada national parks. Anyways,
fun.
yeah, my dad was like, no, I don't want to go to Alaska.
So you're like, oh, okay. I feel like an Alaskan cruise would be fun because then it's like I can go back into my cabin with my coffee and then go out on the deck and see the orcas.
Well, my friends Liza and Aaron, they did an Alaskan RV trip, which I think would be so fun. But they said that like that's the ideal way to do it there, and because everything's so far apart and like so remote that like the best thing is to RV. And they're like, because of that, it is like they have monopoly on the RVs. So it's like
so expensive.
They said it was literally like, I'm airing out their financials. They said it was like $4,000 for 1 week to rent a small RV.
Well, I think we do Colorado round 2.
Well,
Peepa round 2.
Peepa. Sorry.
That's okay.
Peepa, the RV that we took around in Colorado, like I think how much did we pay for that?
I feel like, well, I remember Hawaii was like $200 a person for the week.
Well, when I looked again at the RVs, they were like $400 a night. The Cruise America ones. Also, I never see them on the road anymore, and I'm like, that's because your prices are way too high.
Yeah. I know I went to, because like, you know, Cole and I like have talked about 500 different trips. I was considering Hawaii at one point and I was like, I should go back and look at like the camper van that like we had, because it cannot be considered an RV. It was a van, and they aren't in business anymore. I was like, no. And I was like, because you were too cheap.
Or the van literally stopped working.
Yeah. That's true. Remember I like reached out to them and they were like, my buddy has a van, and I was like, Santiago, hit me up.
Yeah, it was the most like underground whatever.
I still can't believe it worked. I missed that trip so much. Peter and I were talking yesterday and he was like, we don't have like a core group like trip planned. And then he was like, and then we've only done like one winter one. He was like, I want to do like when we went to Colorado.
Okay, I was actually going to say that
we're just trip planning on the podcast.
Like, so what's your budget? Well, you know how Lucas gave us that free trip to the Smokies? Mm-hmm. We were going to go with someone else, but now they can't go anymore. So we were going to see if you guys wanted to go.
When is it?
In December. We could talk about it later.
Okay.
But I think it'd be really fun because it's in this like little town, and apparently it's going to be like all Christmassy.
Stop. Yes, Peter will love that.
And there's a hot tub too.
Okay, well you got Cole, so yeah. Okay. Anyways,
I don't have that many life updates or any whatsoever, but I just want to say I started to share this. Literally, do you remember that episode that we tried to record when the boys were gone and then Monty got a tooth and she was screaming?
Yeah.
I tried to say this and I just forgot about it this whole time. And then now I remembered, and I need to share this because it is
my truth.
such a good recommendation. There is this deodorant that I found, okay?
Oh.
Now, let me just preface this that I am not a sweater and I never smell bad.
She's not a stinky girl.
It is just, a blessing that I have been given. But so I don't like wear deodorant that much. And when I do, it's not like for the, like I don't know if it's like heavy duty deodorant, if it's going to work for you. But this deodorant just smells so good, like Fruity Pebbles. Okay. And it's like all clean. And it is Schmidt's, okay? And the flavor is coconut and kaolin clay. Kaolin. Kaolin clay. And I just need to
Did you just go down the aisle smelling a bunch of them and you're like, oh, this one hits? Or did you just buy it on a whim?
Where was I? I think I was maybe at Laps. They had it there, but it was like in the clearance bin. And I was like, perfect. This looks good.
Yeah.
I need some deodorant, so I got it. And it smells so good.
Ooh, yummy.
So if anyone needs a new scent.
I thought I was losing my dirty smells. And then, so I was like, oh, I can go back to like a more natural deodorant. I feel like I haven't smelled that much in a while. In the past few days, Cole has been like, what you been using? I was like, oh, okay, cool.
What do you use like when it's not?
So it's
like not natural.
Yeah. Very weird that the Native spray deodorant like completely works for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like Cole like won't say. I genuinely also cannot smell myself. Like occasionally I'm like, whoa, okay, like that's bad BO. But the past few days I haven't smelled anything, and he's like, that's bad. And I was like, oh, that's a little concerning.
That is scary. You don't know.
When I can't tell, I'm like, oh, this is working. Like this is so good. And he's like, but the spray like works completely fine for me. I also heard that Native got bought out like by a big company, so it's like I don't even know if they're clean anymore. Don't hold me to it.
Yes, I've heard that it's not whatever.
Yeah, but the stick doesn't work for me, so I don't know the difference.
It probably is different. You want to know something funny? A few weeks ago, we were at your house, and I was in your bathroom. I saw that stuff in there, the Native spray, and I don't know what I thought it was, but I put it in my hair. I think I maybe thought it was dry shampoo or something.
Yeah. Cole used to have a spray dry shampoo that was like all he liked to use. But then like obviously like, you slowly like to make your life cleaner. And then there was like a huge recall on the one that he like was using. And I was like, we're done. We are done. But
well, we've just been chatting away.
Chatting. That's what us girls do.
That is what we do. I'm like literally like, wait, has nothing happened in my life?
Because it's been a few weeks. Like we recorded with Peter and we listened back to his episode yesterday, and all we talked about was his 30th birthday. So it's like you even have more availability for life updates.
Yeah, I truly feel like since we got back from Colorado, like
you just been cruising.
It's just been like weddings.
Yeah.
Like
wedding season
is finishing up.
When's your last
we went
one?
To Maryland. I forgot about that.
Oh, that was a cute little
two-nighter. We had a wedding in Maryland in this place called North Beach, and we took my mother-in-law to watch Monty, and it was so freaking cute there. I was obsessed with it, and it was only 4 hours away, and it was just really fun. That was great.
She's looking up photos to see if anything drops.
Yeah, and the other thing that happened was my best friend Nico was visiting, but that's pretty much it.
Very fun. It was 4 days, but again, I feel like you didn't get to attend that much.
No, we walked around on Sunday for a little bit. The air fryer.
That's a great update. The biggest
thing that's been happening in my life. So, okay.
Oh, I feel like we kind of mentioned it on the last episode, but it has evolved since then.
Oh, it has evolved so much. Okay. So everyone, for the longest time, why don't you have an air fryer? Air fryers are the best.
Does everyone say that to you?
Well, Tanner was always like, we should get one. I was always like, I don't need another device.
Another thing.
It didn't compute in my brain like what it does. And I was just like, can't you just bake it? Like, I don't get why you need this other thing. Mm-hmm. Also, they were always ugly.
Yes,
they were always like these big black compartments.
Egg looking things.
Yeah, and you couldn't see the food. So I was like, how are you knowing what's going on in there? Also, at one point I had a pressure cooker or something.
Like an Instapot?
Yes, and I got those mixed up, and I thought they were kind of similar. And I remember we tried to use the Instant Pot one time in Forest Hills to make like cinnamon rolls.
Oh, I also did the same thing. Tragedy.
Yeah,
disgusting.
And I was like, okay, like this is not worth it. I'll just use the oven. Like, let's just be realistic. Anyways,
be for real.
So our place, the company with the famous pan. Which I don't love the pan.
Don't love the pan. They did come out with like a cast iron type of pan, and I'm like, okay. But yeah,
it is pretty.
Yeah, it is pretty, and all of our dishes are from there, and we love their dishes in glassware. But I don't know if I can give the seal of approval on the pan.
I cannot.
Just get a cast iron pan.
I cannot give a seal of approval on the pan, but it is pretty if you want to be sitting out, and if you're really good at taking care of stuff, maybe it's better.
Yeah.
But so they came out with this thing called the Wonder Oven, and it's really pretty. There's a bunch of colors, and we got like this beige color.
Beige mom.
Yeah. And it was like a 6-in-1 thing. So it had like a toaster. It was also like literally it can bake things. It reheats, like all of these different things, and it's an air fryer. And also, since we renovated our kitchen, we took all of our cabinets down. So basically we have no storage. So our toaster literally sits on top of our fridge.
Oh.
And
for real?
I mean, I'm getting rid of it now, but I just wanted something that I could sit out on the counter that would look pretty, that could like stay out. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, this is perfect. Got it. It came, and I was like, okay, I'm excited to like try the air fryer, but that wasn't the whole reason that I bought it. Like, it was just another perk of it. But once we started trying it,
there was no going back.
This thing. Excuse me.
What? Oh. Is that your dad?
No.
Oh.
There's random men walking through.
I was like, I'm going to turn around and there is a bear. When you said excuse me, I was like, no, please.
No, they're going
I think
to
they're
the
going to the other
neighbor's
house.
Sometimes people walk, like they'll park there and walk this way to go over there. I'm like, this is my
home.
house. Anyways, the air fryer is the best thing that's ever happened to me.
What kind of things have you made?
Well, my fixation is like making homemade like breaded chicken things. Strips, nuggets, chicken parm.
Ooh.
It's so good, and it's healthy.
Yeah.
There's no oil or grease. Everyone on earth knows about air fryers, but I'm just discovering it. And I bread it myself. I know what's going on it. It's so good. And then I tried making some I made mac and cheese bites. Those weren't that good. I made some wings, very good. Any type of like French fry.
Any potato.
Any hash browns.
Oh, yeah.
It's just been life-changing. And
I love
it's
that for
also
you.
a toaster, and like it reheats leftovers and stuff. So
Yeah.
it's just been so nice. And like I'll toast a bagel in there. It's just the best thing ever. So if you're looking for a new kitchen device, you should seriously get this. The Wonder Oven.
The Wonder Oven. Sorry that you're going to get blasted by the sun.
It's okay. It's nice.
We've been having lovely weather.
We really have. It's going to be really nice this week still,
I know.
too.
I'm excited. I love that for you.
Are you being a French fry for Halloween?
Yes.
Did you get the costume?
I got my costume.
That's so
I haven't
cute.
tried it on, but Cole has, and it looked really funny. But it did say returns were accepted.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know. I'm like, should I
Scammer.
just have this and then I wear it every year and it's just like my bit? Like,
That would honestly be nice, because it is so much work trying to think of a new Halloween costume every year.
yeah, you guys aren't doing it like a family costume or anything, are you?
No, it's too much. Honestly, like if we had more kids, maybe like it would be fun to like.
It's so much thought. Like,
Yes. And I'm also kind of just like, well, since like Monty can't trick or treat yet too, I'm just like, it's really just not worth it. Like when they can trick or treat and they like want to, it'll be different. But I did get her a costume. It is a penguin hatching out of an egg.
that is so cute.
I know, so that's exciting. Actually, tonight I think is our youth group Halloween party, but the costume's not here, so
Sad.
I'll have to look and see
Like
if
when it's going to be delivered.
Yeah.
That's so funny. A penguin hat. Did you just look up like kids costume?
Well, I had been looking them up for like a while, and then it started coming up like on ads for me. And then I saw a penguin like little bunting for babies, and I was like, oh, that would be a cute costume. So I looked up penguin baby costume. Then I saw the one hatching out of the egg. I was like, I can't pass that one up.
Of course. Perfect. Do you guys have Halloween plans, or are you just going to pass out candy?
So I don't know how the trick-or-treating is in this neighborhood. It's obviously good in town. But I don't know. I literally asked Cole if we could go to his parents' house.
You should. I saw on Unpolished that they like posted like all of Westmoreland County's like dates.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you should go look it up because it says like the borough's dates. But I didn't see.
Well, last year when the borough was doing it, like Tanner said, no one came. Like there was no one walking around, which is gives the vibe that it would be.
Yeah, that's annoying. All right, we've been chit chatting.
Yeah. Okay, so we are doing an Icks episode. We did one of these before, right?
Yes, this is like an OG, which we never took submissions for it. I don't think. So we just did it. I think this was like our second episode. It was like our get to know us, and then it was like our second episode of like these are the things that ick us out. We have so many submissions today that we don't have to come up with our own.
And we don't have any new ones either.
No. I feel like if I were to listen back on our second episode, I feel like I would say, yeah, that still rings true. Cole still licks me when he points his toes.
The Halloween costume will be here today.
Oh, praise the Lord.
Hopefully it's before we go to youth group.
So you submitted all of your icks. You wrote us in. I don't know. Also we have, which like we've talked about before, like we'll post like a lot of like story prompts or whatever at one time, and you can go and submit whenever. Jenna made a highlight on our Instagram, and so it's not like once they're posted, like, and then once they go away, like they're gone forever. They're sitting in our highlights. So if you're like, oh, I need to get back, I'll write to it later, like whatever. But we have some more coming up that we need your submissions on. So go check out the highlight and see what's available.
Yeah, people really wanted to share their icks.
Yeah.
I'm guessing this is mostly like girls' ick about a guy. That's like the most
there
common.
Are some like general ones I feel like too, where it's just like I hate when people do this. Okay, you want to go first?
Bad personal hygiene, especially not brushing your teeth / showering regularly.
I mean, that's definitely fair.
Sorry, I'm a little congested. That's not an ick though. That's just like no one likes that. Mm-hmm. I feel like, what do you think the definition of an ick is? I feel like it's like something kind of like weird and random that makes you like people would be like, oh, I get the ick whenever I think about him like tripping or something like so random. Like I feel like you can't just be like, when someone doesn't shower. Yeah, nobody likes that.
Yeah, that's true. That's not very like, oh my gosh, I just like a man that's well groomed. It's like, yeah, no, that's like basic human like decency. I don't know.
Let's look up the definition of an ick. A slang term that is commonly used to describe a feeling of disgust or aversion towards someone or something.
I feel like that like counts, but I feel like I saw a few that it's like, that's an annoyance. I don't know if that's an ick.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. Continue.
Like this is one of them. Like traveling in the left lane, get over. And I'm like, Also, I have like, I don't know if this is a hot take, but I like posted on my Instagram story years ago, like questions about like people's opinion on driving. And because I had friends when I moved to Pennsylvania that were like, what are you doing? Like staying in the left lane. And I was like, what do you mean? I'm just driving. And they're like, left lane is only for passing people. And it just, and like again, I've driven more years in Pennsylvania now, but because I got my license in California, I'm like, no, this is like the way it is. And it's just not that way. Like the left lane is the fast lane. Like, but I'm like, I'm not going to keep weaving in and out of people and like get behind this person.
I weave in and out.
Yeah. But someone also, again, I don't think this is an ick. It's just something that irks me and pisses me off is when people don't merge. Like in California, like you need, like the minute that you hit the on-ramp, you got to get going. And there are some on-ramps in Pittsburgh where you do have to wait. And like there are stop signs at the end of them. But the ones that they don't, like the one that pisses me off the most is the Monroeville on-ramp. People will literally just come to a stop. And I'm like, please get going.
Hurry.
Yeah, like that's not even an ick. It's just like, please learn how to drive. I beg of you.
I know.
Okay, so people driving in the left lane.
This one says parental advice when you don't have kids. Maybe I think they're saying like someone giving you advice that doesn't have kids when you do have kids.
Yeah, and I get scared for not scared, but like I get scared. But like if I like say anything to like parents, I'm like, oh, well, a baby I nannied one time, I'm afraid that people are going to be like, shut up.
Yeah, it's definitely like a hard line to toe. I feel like, I don't know. I mean, you've never done anything like that, but definitely some people will say things that it's like, yeah.
Well, I read in a book one time that you just have to give your baby a teether and then she'll stop crying because her teeth are hurting. And you're like, oh, really?
Oh, wow.
No way.
Wow. I just feel like there'll be people like, I feel like it's more so whenever they're younger. Something that I feel like happened to me a lot was people suggesting products that I should have.
This is can't live without.
Or like, I just remember like when she was first born, like everyone was like, you don't have a wipe warmer. And I was just like, no, like I'm not, no, I don't
care.
First of all, she sleeps in the bassinet in our room right now. I don't have like a changing table in there. I just change her right in the bassinet. So you think I'm gonna plug in a thing like on
another
the floor
thing to be in on my bedside
that like is a fire hazard that's just like gonna be there? Like she's fine. It's literally fine. And everyone would be like, okay, well, you know, it would be a lot easier if you had a magnetic onesie instead of the zip. I'm just like, I don't care. Like I really don't.
Yeah, I cannot bring myself to care. But yeah, that has to be very annoying as a parent.
I feel like this one will be you as well. This will ick you as well.
The men crossing their legs. Like, shouldn't that hurt them to do? We have some guy friends that cross their legs and they're just like, what? It like feels comfortable. And I'm like, oh, like, okay. Like it doesn't, I don't know if it gives me the ick.
I don't think it does to me. It depends on the guy. It depends on his vibe.
It depends on, yeah, for sure. But I'm just like, I agree with the second part of that. I'm like, doesn't that hurt?
I'm so confused about what hurts guys and what doesn't. Because, like, guys will do weird things with that area to be funny. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, but it hurts you if someone, like, accidentally, like,
bumps
it like out of nowhere. You'll die from it.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. Ew, I can't read that one. You read it.
Smelly?
Yeah.
Okay. Smelly anything, breath, armpits, anything. It's like, okay, yeah, duh.
Anyone thinks that. Well, if you need my deodorant suggestion,
you should just send it to him. This one really got me.
This is the definition of an ick, okay?
Yes.
Because it is specific. It is funny. When soccer players jump up to get a header and miss the ball entirely.
That is really funny.
That is the perfect definition of an ick.
I've been doing this recently, like whether I'm like watching like a reality show or something, and well, like if someone does something that will like ick me out, like whether it's like, oh, we're gonna have a dance off. I'm like, okay, will you go? And then he like will start dancing. I'll literally just go.
Okay, that actually reminds me of something that I recently have told Tanner is giving me the ick. At weddings, okay, if a guy has absolutely no rhythm on the dance floor, that is an ick. But the worst ick is when they're trying to do moves.
No.
There needs to be the perfect in between. You're bopping to the beat. Okay, you're funny a little bit. Mm-hmm. But you don't need to be trying to do something actually well.
No.
Like Tanner will do like a funny like thing like where what's it called? Where he goes down on the knees and then kicks the leg out and then down and out. Like
the worm?
No. It's like an Irish
jig.
Whatever.
I don't
it's
know.
like to be funny and you could tell. But then I'll see guys who are like actually like trying.
A dance off is such an ick.
Yes, and I'm just like, please stop. And you just know that they've been waiting for this moment too, because they like think they have moves.
Yeah,
and like, even if they are good, I'm like, don't do it.
No. Wedding dance floors are prime breeding ground for icks.
So true. If you are feeling on the fence about someone and you go to a wedding with them, it could really like seal the deal or
make or break.
Yeah.
My husband keeps his socks on during sex. It's his beige flag.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
It is really fun. I mean, I've done it before. It is really funny to be
can't let your
completely
feet get cold.
naked and then have your socks on.
Yeah.
But my little tootsies are going to get cold.
I mean, it's not like the feet are really involved, so why you gotta make them feel the breeze?
Feel the breeze. Yeah. Keep those boys tucked away. That is really funny, though.
Especially
if
men.
he's insistent. If he's like, the socks must stay on. Like,
have you ever seen that meme? Sorry if this is too graphic.
oh,
But like it'll be like a guy. It's like a guy and it says like, I just realized what my wife sees during reverse cowgirl.
oh
And it's just the feet like this.
Oh, no.
Just
That's terrifying. Just the little toesies propped up.
just sitting there. Or socks.
Which honestly, give me the socks.
In that scenario, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Long nails on a boy. Heck yeah, that's terrifying.
I feel like most of the men I know are like nail biters. So I
As they
don't
should be.
think I've ever seen like a man or boy with long nails.
I mean, the times have changed.
Yes, but like
But like a
people in my
stereotypical
like
straight man.
To be fair, I don't feel like I look that often. I don't know.
You would notice, I think.
Yeah, probably. Oh, when dirt gets underneath there. That on anybody. Like, I'll see it on, like, babies sometimes, and I'm like, let me get in there.
I know, but then the babies like will yank it away, and you're like, please.
Please, I gotta get in there.
This one makes me so angry.
I know who sent this in because we talk about it all the time. Girls who comment, finally, the secret's out on their friend's pregnancy announcements so that everyone knows that they knew first. That is all. Yeah. I know, like, the person that sent that in, and people will announce that they're pregnant, and we just, like, look in the comments because we're like, there's always one.
There's always one that's like, I can't believe I kept it in for so long. I was busting at the seams.
Literally. There was one recently that, like, actually someone was like, I almost spilled a few times, and I was like, please stop. So glad the world finally knows. Get over yourself.
I hate it. I hate it so much. I hate that like vibe of like I need others to know that I'm a better friend to X, Y,
I'm
Z.
a closey.
Yeah.
Literally just comment, so excited. Congrats.
Also, if you're like actually close friends, people obviously know that you knew. Mm-hmm. Like if you posted that you were pregnant, people wouldn't be like, Jenna's finding out by this
Jenna,
post.
did you know?
Did you know? Like, I wouldn't feel like I had to prove that I knew.
No.
By posting that comment.
If you have to comment, then you are insecure in the friendship.
You know what? Don't even congratulate them at all.
No. The
Just
best
be silent.
The best of friends never reshare the post, never comment.
The best of friends don't even talk to each other.
Yeah, the best of friends never visit the child, don't bring food after the baby's born, nothing. They actually stop talking to the friend after they announce, so.
For 5 years.
And then you can come back. That's what the best of friends do.
Blowing your nose in front of people. No. Go in the bathroom.
Okay, I think, so the person I know who sent in a bunch of them, and we were like talking about them, and.
Why are you got to tell me.
Oh, it's Katie.
Oh.
Sorry. But as someone that I feel like I get sick like every quarter, I'm just like, sometimes it is exhausting walking back to the bathroom every time.
Oh, I love hearing someone blow their nose.
Love it.
Yeah, I'm like, wow, that sounds so relieving.
Okay, well, I don't think I can air myself out like this.
You have to now.
Do you look?
No.
Oh.
At my own?
Yeah.
I
Yeah, not at somebody else's.
Like, let me get in there. No, I mean, actually, I don't really blow my nose very often unless I'm really sick.
Yeah, I feel like I always get like a stuffy nose, like when I'm sick, And
So you are clearly saying you look at
oh, I look, because will never forget. My mom told me when I was younger, she was like, oh, like when it's green, that means like you're like at the end of it. So of course I'm always looking. I'm like, all right, how we doing? It's like a progress report.
like how long we got left.
How long we got left. Sorry if you think differently because of that.
This one is offensive. Anniversary posts on Instagram.
Okay. I think it's the type of posts that are like, we have had our ups and downs. It's the it should have been clarified.
Yeah, well, there's obviously...
Because of course I'm going to be like, we've been married 500 years now.
Yeah.
That's something worth celebrating.
I think posting anything celebratory is sweet. But I do think it is annoying whenever people clearly are trying to say... They'll be like, even though we fight every day, I wouldn't want to go through this with anyone else. Even though I punch the pillow in rage when you're asleep.
I love you more than anything, and you are my entire world. It's like, what?
And that people will post that.
1,000%.
Or it'll always
We've had
be
our
like,
ups and downs.
even though you annoy the shiz out of me, you know I still love you.
Yeah.
Happy 4 months.
Not 4 months.
Oh, this next one really gets me going.
Okay. When people refer to everyday tasks as adulting. That's very millennial.
It's just that specifically falls in the category of millennial cringe. And I don't think millennials in general are cringe, but there's a little bit of lingo that some of them have stuck with, like the doggo thing.
My doggos.
The adulting.
Another podcast we listened to was talking about wine o'clock.
I was just going to say, yeah, anyone that's like, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. What are other like millennial, like anything with like being a dog mom?
Yeah, I can't think of anything. But yeah, wine o'clock, 5 o'clock somewhere. And you want to hear a terrifying thing I saw on TikTok?
Yeah.
Someone posted, it's along the same lines. Someone posted, hey, like what's our generation? Are we
Gen Z?
Yeah. They're like, hey, Gen Z, I just realized that your chevron is checkerboard. And everyone was like, no.
Please no. Please no. I love checkerboard.
I love checkerboard.
Did you like chevron? Like
of course. School? I had maxi skirts that were chevron.
Oh, I miss maxis.
I know. They were something. I had so many of them. Okay, yeah.
Okay, this is kind of a Christian thing, referring to a period in your life as a season. Just in a season of waiting now.
I was going to say waiting, too. I've just been in a season of hardship.
Yeah.
But it is like a part, like, what do you say?
It is like the appropriate language.
It is. It's just very overdone.
It's Christianese for sure.
Yeah. And you're just like, okay. But yeah, I'm like, I've been in a time in my life. Maybe that's what I'll just start saying.
I'm going through a period where I'm waiting.
Yeah. No seasons happening here.
I haven't felt the cool of winter or the breeze of summer in years.
In absolute years. Posting on socials saying, screaming happy birthday to my best friend. Are you really screaming though?
Okay, these are actually getting really good and specific.
I know.
I agree.
Yeah. Just drawn out birthday posts in general too. I feel like that is actually the same as anniversary posts. Closies, a nice little happy birthday.
I
love you so much.
posted a bunch of photos for Peter's 30th, but I felt like it needed to be done.
Oh no, like, but I'm talking like captions. Like you can overdo it in the photos. I expect you to post 30 photos of me for my birthday.
Yeah, funny ones.
Yeah. But
Sorry if you guys can hear the babe.
We have known each other for years now, and I have seen you grown into an amazing woman. I never would have thought
that we would be standing here today getting married.
Oh my gosh, there have been so many weddings this year that not any of my own, of course.
I will never understand how people don't get that this is my ick, actually. For those of you who don't know me, how many videos have there been people making fun of, for those of you who don't know me?
Oh yeah, thousands. And like, I remember so specifically, there was like a compilation video that I think that a videographer did that was like, for those of you that don't know, and like just all of the weddings that he had done. And then it was like 50 people saying, for those of you that don't know me.
I just don't understand why people aren't realizing like this is not like the right thing to say anymore.
Yeah, just say, hello everyone, my name's Ashley. I'm Jenna's best friend.
Yes.
Monterone. Is it my turn?
Hi,
Mont.
No, I'm next.
We're almost done, sweetheart.
Honey. Did you get my text, Tan?
A lot of social media ones today.
The baby girl has teeth coming in, so she
is a sad girl. She keeps going like this.
She had 3 come in on the top, and the 4th one just will not break through. And I'm just like, please just break through. Like, my life will be so much better.
Yeah.
And hers. Let's do the damn thing. Social media caption when about to get married. This is the millennial thing too, is I did a thing.
I did. Yeah. With anything. A tattoo.
Especially a haircut. I did a thing. And it's like 2 inches off. You're like, what was it?
What is a thing? What qualifies as a thing?
Anything, apparently.
Truly.
We did a thing.
Imagine
Pregnancy
being
announcement.
Monty's birth announcement. We did a thing.
That's literally what people will post.
I'm scared.
I'm sorry to anyone who feels targeted by this.
I know. I'm like, this is a mean episode. Okay, I had never heard of this before, but I'm horrified. I'm absolutely horrified when a parent refers to their children as crotch goblins or other demeaning terms. Makes me gag. I have never heard someone say that before. That is disgusting.
Crotch goblin?
Just calling your child a goblin in general.
First of all, it's just cringe to speak badly of your children in general. Just grow up, okay? They are a blessing from the Lord. But also, I hear people say gremlins a lot about their kids. These little gremlins.
Yeah. They do be acting like them, but don't call them that.
Unseasoned scrambled eggs. Please season your eggs, people.
Oh, that's psychotic behavior.
I don't season my eggs.
Not even with salt?
Sometimes.
Butter? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you butter the pan.
I put butter in the pan, and then, I will usually put cheese on it or in it. So it like kind of has.
It's never been anything extraordinary. It's always just salt and pepper.
Yeah, I love pepper on it, but for some reason I have a really hard time keeping track of my peppers. And I feel like I never have it. I never know where it is. I have like a little salt dish though that I can sprinkle.
That's like, yeah. When men wear flip-flops. That's fair. My dad, sorry Rob, is a huge perpetuator of this problem.
Tanner has never worn a flip-flop or a sandal.
I find that very hard to believe. I feel like in his high school era, I feel like he definitely could have.
Nope.
A Sperry's man.
Sperry's is not sandals.
I know. I was just saying.
You're saying that he wore flip-flops.
No, I'm saying, yeah, I'm sure he's worn a flip-flop in his life. Tanner.
He hasn't.
Come here.
I'm telling you, it's his ick about himself.
Have you ever worn a flip-flop in your life? To be fair, like, life, like you, as a child, you definitely did. No. Or she said also sandal of any kind.
A sandal, I would wear like the
Adidas slides.
Yeah, slides.
Okay.
Does that count though?
Well, she said sandal. Like this person's ick will also come to the mic. Just so
I feel like the common ick. Oh, sorry, the sun's.
I know she's getting blasted.
The common ick is the the clicking of the back
the clicking
of the heel.
And the clacking.
Yeah, it is kind of disgusting a little bit. So I kind of understand that. So that's probably what she's saying.
No, but you've never worn flip-flops. That's what I'm saying. Because you always say it's gross.
Well, I hate the toe. The thing that goes in between your big toe.
Okay, but other than Adidas slides, you would wear those around the house. But have you ever worn a sandal like out in public, like as like your shoe with your outfit?
I'm like in high school and everything.
No.
Okay.
I'm telling you. So. He's never bought a sandal.
I like the Birks. I've always wore those for like the last 4 years. But
those are clogs.
That's more of a clog.
Yeah.
And other than that, then no.
Well, you have Crocs too, but not like a
Sorry.
sandal. Okay, bye.
I like when they pop in.
I know. This one says self-deprecating jokes. Oh my god. Yeah, they're like, yeah, but I'm so ugly though.
Yeah. But I hate myself. I'm like, oh. Like, literally, what are you supposed to say to that? And you're just like, no, you're not.
Or if someone will say something like, yeah, I'm so fat. And you're like,
oh.
no.
No. Stop it.
You are beautiful.
Which, like, that's not lying. We're like, no, we have to lie to people.
It's just awkward. You're like, what do you want me to say to this?
Yeah. Just when people put you, like, literally, I feel like Tanner always reacts really well. He's just like, oh. Like, okay. All right.
I'll see you later then.
Have fun with that.
This one said millennial core, which we have talked about.
We've been talking about.
That's probably my ultimate ick.
When guys wear shorts that go down to their knees or even longer. That is just
terrifying.
Like so long. That's
I
so
like
funny.
it. That's in caps or even longer. This is me too. Oh my god, this is me. When people call me mama, example, you got this, mama.
Hang in there, mama.
I hate that. I hate it. The moment that you announce you're pregnant, they're like, hey, mama.
How you doing, mama? How you feeling, mama?
How you doing, mama, when you're pregnant is just...
something else. And if you have said that to Jenna, know that there is forgiveness for you.
Maybe.
His grace is enough. This... If you're under 6 foot, I just can't do it. Be like, sorry, I give you the ick because of my genes.
Literally.
I can't do anything about it. I'm assuming that's directed at men.
Yeah. They want women to be above 6
Can you imagine?
Please. Bad and ugly shoes.
What's a matter of taste?
That's true. Maybe they like flip-flops.
I love my little flip-flops. I like to click and clack. Men who are babies in adulthood. Women are not here to mother you. Literally grow up. That's so true. It's such an interesting dynamic because, like, obviously it's like mama's boy, like, and so like a lot of moms will like baby their sons and then they grow up and they're like, well, yeah, my wife is just going to be like just like my mom, and then the wife is like, absolutely not.
It's really interesting because it's like, I wonder so much about like what like other parents are thinking when they're like raising their children. I think 24/7 about how the things I'm doing in the moment will like affect eternity, basically.
Yeah.
And I just am like, if my child is even the age of 4, like I will be thinking about like, okay, let's start learning skills that will equip you to like survive in the real world.
I thought you were going to say in the wilderness.
That too. But it's like, if my like any of my kids, sons, daughters, whatever, like are 15, 16, 17, they're about to like move out and I'm seeing that they don't know how to like fry an egg or start a load of laundry. It's like not
laundry.
a matter of gender roles. It's like, I want you to know these things, so let's like work on it.
Because what if you don't get married until you're 30? Like,
You'll
you've been
have
an
to
adult
figure it
for
out.
12 years. Like, you're going to need to be,
Yeah.
equipped.
And so it's like, I don't know. I wonder, like, whenever, like, a parent, like, sends a son or daughter off into the world who's never fried an egg before, it's like, aren't you worrying about them?
I know.
Don't you think about that before they move out? Like,
You've made them
maybe I
breakfast
should,
every
like-
morning for their entire lives, and now you're just like, well, maybe they've watched, or they'll figure it out, or he can always come home.
That might be
I feel like
but
sometimes it's like moms like will set their sons up to just come back home. I'll take care of you.
This one is directed at you, I think, when someone puts eggshells back into the carton.
Yeah, and I like said that to Cole. I was like, "Did you send this in?" And he was like, "No." And I was like, "Okay." Which I have been getting
Someone
better
else hates me.
because I have to turn not I have to, but I've been turning my egg cartons back into Tori because she gives me new eggs.
Aw.
And so I'm like, "Oh, I should return this." And so I've been getting better. Bitch.
I've been getting eggs from like, if I see like on the side of the road, you know how people randomly put like eggs for sale. just like at their house.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm been inclined to stop lately, and it'll be like in a little like refrigerator, and then you just put money like in a little box.
That's so
and you
nice.
grab it. But they're always in like normal egg cartons, like recycled from whatever. And I'm always like, what if these eggs are just from Aldi? Because it'll be like an Aldi like container.
Yeah.
Like, how do I know?
I know. To be fair, I'm sure their profit margins wouldn't be that great. They're like buying them for $9 and then they're like $5.
Literally.
I'm going to skip this one because I feel like that's me.
Say the second part.
Okay. She said top heavy things. When a semi-truck is just the front half, but it's not pulling freight, drives me insane. Which, like, that is really funny.
It is like, what's that thing doing? How's it moving like that?
Where's your load?
Where's your load?
Where's your dump truck? You're missing your butt.
This one says when men eat soup.
This feels like Carol's, like, it feels like it would be in the realm of Carol. Carol's like, I don't want to hear you slurping.
That is so randomly funny.
Only a few more, so you can stop being blinded.
No, it's okay.
Dogs bark. Whoa.
Dogs, spelled DAWGS, meaning toes.
Dogs barking in public. They just hate extra icks if toe hairs is curly.
Ew,
That's disgusting. Why are you looking?
that's why Tanner hasn't worn sandals.
Because his toe hairs are curly.
No, because he doesn't want his toes shown.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to subject himself to that.
Absolutely not. Even when I wear sandals and like different types of shoes and whatever where my toes would be out. But even around my house, if my cold feet hit the floor, I'm like, something is wrong here. Like, I need to go put socks on.
This is same. I wear socks always in my house, but I refuse to not have a pedicure at all times.
Wait.
As it grows, like when it grows out, I have to go get it.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I've been overdue for a while, and that's why socks have been on 24/7, like even more. I'm like, Cole can't, socks on during sex.
Yes.
You can't be seeing this.
Yes, like it's just, especially as a woman, like if it's summertime and I'm outside wearing sandals or I'm barefoot and my toes are not pedicured.
A gel pedicure is worth every single penny because it will literally last months.
Absolutely, because your toes grow a lot slower.
Yeah.
I went and got one when Tanner and I went golfing in July. And then I got one again like 3 weeks ago. And it still looked great. Like,
Yeah.
It looked completely fine.
Yeah, I am way overdue. I've been trying to find time, but
Yeah, it's hard.
only child.
It's so hard to find time to get our nails done.
I know. We're so busy.
Only child is, yeah.
That's fair because the world revolves around them.
Yes.
Nonchalant energy, like be excited. Being miserable is out. Being happy is in.
I feel this way about people's weddings. Like, I'm like, when the vibes of the wedding are just like, hey, you look nice. Yeah. How you feel? Like, I'm like,
where's the excitement?
Why are you not screaming, crying, jumping up and down, all of your friends crying when they see you? Like, this needs to be the most exciting thing on earth.
If I would have walked, because we did like a first look with the bridesmaids, if I would have walked out and you guys were like, oh, like, you look so pretty, but like literally everyone turned around and they were like, yeah, yes. I was like, oh, okay, very cool. Like,
I just remember like my wedding day, like everyone being the most hype person ever. Like, it was so fun. Like, so exciting. Like, I just remember like me and Tanner not talking all day, but then like right before the ceremony he texted me hi, and I was like, oh my god, he texted me. Like, and then there's so many people that on their weddings are just like, yep.
there have been some weddings that I've second shot this year where like the bride walks down I had to say second shot because I'm like, not any of my brides have walked down the aisle and literally looked like miserable, like they were being like walked to like the Grim Reaper or something. I'm like, smile maybe. Literally Cole and I don't hate them, I love them. I was gonna say I have the ugliest photos of me walking down the aisle because I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, I was too. I was bawling my eyes out.
I was like, oh my gosh. But it's sweet.
Yeah.
So, and if your groom's not crying, like start pulling hairs or something like that and get some emotion flowing. All right. What
Those
a day.
were good. Those were good ones.
Good icks for sure. We'll have to do it like more often. They're always so random and so funny.
Have you seen that girl, going back to the millennial thing, have you seen that one girl, she's like blonde on TikTok and she does like the millennial impressions?
Is it like the one like where she's like getting dressed in like 2005 be like, or like getting ready to go out?
No, I've seen those too, but it'll be like she's just talking and she's like a really good actress and she'll be like, oh, my doggo did a thing.
Yeah.
Or like just stuff like that.
No. Yeah, whatever. I haven't seen that girl in particular. Have you seen like I think her name is Delaney. She like does
The brown hair girl?
Yes, she does like
is the
quirky
best actress on earth.
She's incredible.
She needs
to get signed somewhere.
I think the next like generation of like actresses and actors are gonna be like found on TikTok.
Absolutely. And like everything she does is like ironic. Like she's like the quirky like best friend that's secretly in love with you. But then I'm like, that's really good.
It's always like, oh my gosh, it's always like, I'm eating cereal and I think you're in love with me. And she'll like take a bite and be like, stop looking at me like that. Oh my God.
Like, I'm just, stop.
No.
No.
You know this is my favorite cereal.
Like, I'm literally just eating, like, you're a loser. You're a loser. I was like, have you seen the potato chip one where she's like in the aisle? She's like, life is like a bag of potato chips.
Yes.
Sometimes salty. And then he was like, what does that mean? And she was like, you would never get it anyways.
And it's always like a movie too.
Yes.
It's supposed to be something in a movie.
Yeah.
Ugh, I love her so much.
She's so funny.
The comments are always like, thanks, I hate this. This is so painful to watch, but I love it.
And she's like, you're welcome.
She's the best.
All right. Well, brings us to the end of another episode. We have almost been doing this a year.
I know. It's crazy.
Yay. Well, yeah, because I guess like we like released like the second week of January. Mm-hmm. So like when we hit like the 52 mark, will be a year, baby.
I know. That's crazy. But also, we started recording probably
right about now.
A year ago.
Yeah.
Because I was so pregnant.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Any Montaroon birthday updates?
Nope.
Nothing to report.
Nothing to report yet.
Sad.
Yeah.
I'm very sad for you. No, not for you. I'm sad that she's like getting old.
I know, but it'll be really, really fun. I'm really excited for like when she starts walking and talking and stuff. Ever since she hit 9 months, I feel like she's just changing so much every day, and it's just like so fun.
Yeah, it was very fun to watch her grow.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we love you all so much. Thank you so much for listening today. You know the drill. We haven't like promoted, Peter did I think last week, but we haven't promoted like leave us a review, leave us a rating on Spotify. And also if you watch on YouTube, like this video, subscribe. We've been getting like random people being like, wait, your podcast just popped up on my YouTube and stuff. So I'm like, the algorithm is algorithming.
Yes.
So yeah, give this video a like, and we love you guys so much, and we will talk to you next week. Bye.